Witch of Moon's Lane presents
How to Witch, bitch.
Welcome back to How to Witch, bitch. It's getting more brutal each week, isn't it? How to Witch, bitch. Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane. How arteth?
You'll start sounding Russian soon.
Oh, yeah, probably.
How to Witch, bitch.
That's it. We like it. Do apologise to any Russian people listening. We have had a number of different comments as well. Thank you for that. We love your comments. Any questions that you have, we'd love that as well. There was actually a really cute one, which was from Raven.
Yeah.
So I was listening to this episode just before the 15 minutes mark. I was looking at my email notifications and an ad for RSL Art Union, now called RSL Queensland Dream Home. One of the emails is from RSL Queensland Dream Home. The first line says, "Picture you've won. What happens next?" So she must have been listening to it about visualising things, and then also the RSL Queensland Dream Home sent her an email. We're happy to move in, Raven, if you don't mind. Just if it's a big house, I'll take one floor.
I agree.
Okay, cool.
I agree. We'll all do that.
Also as well, Tia sent a message. Now, this was because we were talking about dreams, past lives, fears and phobias, and you were talking about a dream that you used to have as a child, which was being run over in a steamroller, which
that's it.
we have discussed many times that who gets run over by a steamroller. But anyway, and why did you not see it coming? And the guy on it was bald.
I was bald.
That's right, you were bald.
I was bald. I looked down and I had shorts on. I had.
How did you look down and see that you were bald?
I just knew that I was bald.
Okay.
I don't know. I just knew I was bald, and I knew I had 4 kids at home. It was just really bizarre because a little girl went dreaming that, thinking that she was and I must have been in my late 50s, 60s. Maybe that's what the problem was. I was old.
Well, you couldn't run away because you'd done a hip.
Either that or the concrete had set on my feet.
Maybe that's what it is. Well, Tia actually
maybe I had
said,
concrete boots.
Maybe someone killed you.
Yes, there we go.
Which is not like you. From as young as I remember, I
think it was you, Maura.
No, it could have been.
You were on there going, yeah.
It's funny because I dream about this bald guy. From as young as I remember, I've had dreams about a steamroller rolling over me. I felt the pain, the fear, and would always wake up from it. The person who would roll over me was bald with a moustache and dark eyes. Is this you getting revenge on people? Or maybe you were killed by a steamroller because you were a serial steamroller killer. And this bald guy was just running over people.
Oh, my God.
How's that, though?
Well, you know what? Maybe that was karma. Maybe I ran her over in another life and she ran me over in that one.
Did you have a moustache in your dream?
No, I didn't know. I was bald. I don't remember having a moustache.
Do you have a moustache in this life?
I have, actually. I've been growing one. I've been noticing. I must be getting a lot of testosterone.
Well, that's all right.
If I lose my hair.
This is something that we've done today as well, is we've harnessed AI. We thought we'd ask about witches on AI.
Okay.
Because why not? Why not? So basically it's asking questions like, can you walk us through certain rituals, which I think we've done. Mm-hmm. All right, this is a question for you. Mm-hmm. What was the defining moment that made you say, this is who I am, this is who I am, I'm a witch? Was there a defining moment for you?
Probably when I was about 15, which is kind of like I'd been going to, Sunday school and I had been on the bus and with all my friends and all that sort of stuff. But I had a lot of friends outside of Bible study, I guess what it is. And I think that when I sort of looked out the window and I saw them and I was thinking to myself, is this really me?
Yeah.
And the answer to that was no, it never was, because I was also sort of looking at other religions, and I was also, looking at pagans, and I was looking at druids, and I was looking at everything else. And this was just something that I enjoyed, that I went with my friends, but it wasn't really defining me. And I was asking questions too that, I was sort of getting shut down, some of the questions I was asking.
Radio.
And so after that, it was sort of like I wasn't getting the answers that I wanted, basically. And so then I started looking at tarot and all that sort of stuff. And because my mum, as I was sort of saying before, her mother was actually used to do Bible studies. She was a Sunday school teacher, but she also was sort of doing mediumship and psychic readings and all that sort of stuff. So she was really intuitive, and so was my mum. So therefore I sort of grew up with that. but I decided that, I wanted to try everything. I wanted to sort of see what was me, who was I? And it wasn't until I started doing the tarot and looking up more paganism and things like that. And I think I told you that the crow came and I'd done my first wand. So around about 15 is when I really decided,
that
this is
crows
me.
would always come to the house.
Yeah, they
sit
would.
outside and wait for you.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
So 15.
Were there any challenges coming out as a witch to family or community? I've never thought about coming out as a witch, but that's exactly what you do. You admit that
come
you're
out of the broom closet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's never really, like when I sort of went to work and things like that, it never really sort of came out. But I mean, I guess.
Because you had a completely different life before this as well.
Yeah.
You worked in real estate, didn't you?
Yeah, yes, and I also worked, I was an account exec for Revlon, so I used to travel around with them.
But practicing witchcraft at the same time?
I had my own business, Camp Nails with a K in Oxford Street. And yeah, so I had a lot of different things that I used to do, and this was just something that I was on the side. So I used to call it my lipstick and champagne money. So what I used to do is just do tarot parties. So the weekends were tarot parties, and so I was doing both.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually I decided to just go full on into it. And so I always think that you need to be authentic and you need to believe in yourself and stand in your own shoes, in your own power. And so, I decided to then go from doing tarot parties to doing it professionally full time. And so when that happened, it was just like, I don't go up to people and go, "Hey, babe, I'm a witch," I
hope
be nice to me or I'll put a spell on you. I don't do that. But
your number plate is witch.
It's psychic.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it is.
I thought it was bitch. I'm sorry.
But in saying that, I've got a big whopping witch on the side,
You
right?
have branding on your car.
I do.
I can only imagine people driving past and it actually says the Witch of Moons Lane on your car.
That's right.
But that's you embracing that.
That's me embracing it. So why am
Do
I
you
going to
get the
hide
looks
from
though
it?
from people? Do you get the looks?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I've got people that think I'm full of shit. But that's their problem. I don't care. That's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
I know who I am and I don't need your approval.
I just think I'm thinking about that 15-year-old girl and maybe someone who's listening who is of that age now, who has questions about witchcraft, who has,
I'd
for
love
some
to do
reason,
that.
we'd love to hear from you as
Yeah.
well. We'd love to hear from you if you are starting your journey, because for us, I think both of us, one of our big passions is young people
That's
who are a
right.
little bit lost.
That's
and
right.
that's what these episodes are all about.
About
is
empowering who you are.
you and also bringing some of that.
And we
for
want to
good.
also look at the fact that I have been asked to do some sort of, they call like baby beginners or baby witch schools. And I am definitely working towards that. The more of you that need it, the more we can work towards that. This is just a stepping stone for us to sort of get it out there. And I think, it's a lot more normal now.
Absolutely.
When I say your local witch store, people will snigger and have a laugh. But now they're looking for their local witch store. So it's like, more and more people are looking for a new path. And and I'm always a firm believer, if whatever it is that you believe in, if it makes you better and it doesn't hurt you, does
Yes.
it matter?
Yeah. And I think the positivity that we've brought up a number of different times, like the mirror messages, doing positive affirmations for yourself, all that kind of stuff. Yes, it's part of witchcraft, but it's also part of empowerment, which I think is
Well,
so
it's funny
important.
about talking about the 14, 15-year-olds. I have a 14-year-old daughter and her friends have been doing that with putting the
so
messages up. And, so it is getting to that audience. It is getting to those girls that are a little bit insecure about that and putting that particular stuff around. And they're getting into herbs and stuff and learning what's good for them as
It's
well.
actually up at the soccer club that we go to on a regular basis. There's actually messages now that have been cut onto the mirrors.
There you go.
You are strong. You are powerful.
Beautiful.
And it's really lovely. For me, old cheese who walks in there after a couple of wines and then looks up and goes, "Yes, I am.
I'm it.
Fuck yes, I am." No, I don't say that.
I'm it.
No, but it is actually. I just think there's so much that hopefully that people are taking.
I'm hard as fuck, man.
Oh my god. Anyway. We'd love to hear from you where you are on your journey as well.
Yep.
Maybe, there's something that we've said that you don't agree with. We'd like to hear those comments as well.
I think anything. Like ask us anything. I think that's what's great about this podcast. It's basically anything goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally. That's why we do it.
Yes. We love it.
Now, actually, on the next episode, I have a rather interesting thing I would like you to have a look at for me. It's actually my husband who...
You'd like me to look at your husband?
Check out my husband.
Yes, Paul,
He's
I'm
rather
looking at
interesting.
you.
No. He, we've had a couple of, we've always had
It's
a
not
little
sex
bit of,
magic again, is it?
God,
Oh,
shut
okay. All right.
up. No.
Sorry, just had to go there.
We've had a couple of, we've always had a bit of spirit energy around
Yep.
like my mother and everything else. But there's a couple of things that is happening for him, and it's the first experience he's ever had where he feels as though a friend of
brilliant.
his is coming
Through. Yeah.
Now, I don't think he's actually even spoken to a psychic before.
Oh, wow.
So will you be his first?
Oh, yeah, I will. Little virgin. You know I love my virgins.
I don't think we can say that either.
Yes,
All
we
right,
can.
So the backstory is that he lost a friend a number of years ago, and they were very, very, very close. He was actually his carer because the guy was very unwell. And the guy promised that he would haunt him.
Wow.
He said, if I go first, I promise I will haunt you. And we want to know if it is actually, because there's some weird stuff that's been happening, and it's usually around this guy. So maybe we'll get Paul in for the next episode.
Wow, yeah.
And you can,
Have a look at that.
yeah,
Who's Tony?
Tony.
I don't know. That's so funny. That just popped in then.
There's no Tony.
Anthony.
And his name's Paul Anthony.
Oh, there we go. Well, I'm not going to say Paul because Paul's your husband. So Paul Anthony. Here we go.
Oh, that was weird. Oh, I liked that. All right, we
All
shall
right.
do that.
We shall.
We shall do Paul Anthony.
We shall do him in our virgins and our sex magic. And we're actually filming that show. So come along for the
No,
ride,
we're
guys.
not. Okay. Please feel free to comment.
5 star. 5 star.
5 stars, 5 stars.
5 stars.
Thanks, Michelle.
Follow along.
Woodwork Podcasts.